just want your love.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined, and here's the video as promised. Yeah, you know, I switched back from Android to Windows Phone, and a lot of people have been asking, well, why? How come? How could you? How has it been? How do you use your application? So on and so forth. So, you know, I just decided, come on with this. I just decided to go ahead and really do a comparison video to show you guys how I've been surviving after the switch. First and obvious is the let me turn this guy off, is the home screen. And the home screen of both are similar. Actually, this is a nice little comparison of the displays. This is the same image. We were downtown Dumbo. I actually got to edit this up in one of the episodes of Aperture, but this is the same image, and you could definitely tell the discrete differences, and the resolutions are the same. I'm not sure if it's coming through in the camera, but the colors on the 950 XL are definitely a lot more vivid, and I sort of prefer it here. Now the XL is in vivid mode, and so is the Edge, but yeah, so far it looks like it's a more saturated screen on the XL. I've never done a comparison to these two until this video, so I didn't notice a difference, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not one of those people who pixel peep at one phone versus another, because after the first week it really doesn't matter. They all look the same. But yeah, here is the home screens are virtually the same, except you saw there on Android you get these notifications for whatever's going on, and that can be nice at times. It wasn't a big deal to me. In fact, I kind of mostly shut this off. Usually I turned it on here so I could really get a use case for everyone, but usually I put a lot of stuff as private because I don't want people reading my notifications while on the home screen of my phone is locked. But whatever that is, here I can tell you this is the big difference. This is the breadwinner for me. This is where I really missed Windows Phone. If you look on the 950 XL, it looks seemingly like there's a lot going on. You see images here, you see the tiles animating, tiles up here animating. You have this one flicking. This one's flipping between pictures that I took. This one's moving around because there's tiles within here that has stuff going on. Now, to a newcomer, that could be a lot busy, especially versus something like this, where there's really nothing going on. Everything that's going on in the Android phone is going to be going on in the notification bar, the notification curtain. This is where I really miss Windows Phone, right? Like, it's scrolling through my emails and what I missed and what's popping up, what's new as they happen. And you see there, when I actually went into the application, it clears it, nothing else there. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have new emails. It means I've already attended to that tile, so there's no real need to keep flipping the same old stuff until something new comes in. That, my friends, is gold to me. I can't explain how really dope that is to me. Look at the Twitter feed here. These are mentions for one of the what is this? That's the LD account, right? These are live @ mentions that are coming in without me having to launch the app. That's a really big deal to me. This one here, this is my MyTube, my MyPlayer. Is it MyTube? I think it's MyTube is the name of the app. I've been going for a while. I can't remember the name of these bread and butter applications. But this is a MyTube pin of my subscription, my video subscription. So there it goes. Snow just made a video live on Ignorant Gamers. I know that now. Here's this something about a PS4 unlocking an extra core. Hopefully Uncharted 4 will run in 1080p 60 frames. It will not. Ha! But yeah, you see how much information I'm getting from these tiles versus something like this, right? All I had to do was unlock the Windows Phone and I'm in the know. I know what's going on. This is my People's app, right? These are a lot of my closest friends. If one of them were to text me, email me, call me, if I missed it, it shows up here. There's Tawan. Shout out to Tawan. This is a lot to me. I really missed it, and none of this is represented on the Galaxy, right? And of course there's widgets, and the thing about widgets on Android is they are, in my humble opinion, they are not tastefully done, and I hate looking at them. And each widget takes up different size real estate, and they all look different, and it's just a mess. Here, it's all cohesive, baby. This is beautiful. This is what I missed. So over on the Android side, this was my daily setup, right? So if you look in this folder, I had all my entertainment apps. I had the Spotify, the photo gallery, YouTube, Pocket Cast for my podcast. Don't Pause. Oh my God. Don't Pause is an application that pretty much stops the Galaxy from doing the dumbest shit on the face of the planet Earth. When listening to music, this phone, and this is one of the reasons why I could not stand this phone completely lowers your music, then eventually pauses it, and that entire fade takes about a second. It plays the notification of whatever application it is. It could be a text message, could be a Facebook message, could be an email, and then after completely pausing it, playing that in sound, it then turns your music back up. For the life of me, I can't understand why they just couldn't play the notification at the same time as the music. That really bothered me. Not only was it a very jarring effect for me when I was traveling on my commute, but when listening to music in the car or podcasts in the car, it completely ruined my entertainment. And I was so frustrated with that. Man, it's gonna get me angry just talking about it right now. But anyway, so you got the Don't Pause. I got my Xbox stuff. This Parrot application is for my Bluetooth headphones, where I can change the EQ and the noise cancellation, so on and so forth. Pocket, we all know and love. Feedly, you all know and love. Play Memories is what I use when after I take my pictures, I can pull them directly off of the camera using this application and get them on the phone and start reviewing them. And then the GoPro application. Over here, I have an entertainment folder as well, right? So I've got my Spotify, and the Spotify app on the Windows phone is ass, nowhere close to what it should be. I also have podcasts. This is the default podcast, and then I have the podcast lounge. I'm trying to figure out which of the two that I really like the best, because there's some issues with both, mainly between playing video podcasts and turning the phone off and listening to it as audio. Pocket Cast did a streamless job. I feel like the default podcast app does do a decent job, but not, sometimes it loses where it is, or it'll keep playing in audio, but when I turn it back on, I can't go back to video. So I'm trying to decide between the two. You'll notice here where I had the YouTube app and the Photos app, it's not in my entertainment folder. Now, here's where the Lifestyles come in again, right? I don't need this YouTube app to be here because I have this tile, and this tile actually does stuff. So if I go into the app, let me show you. This is my subscription list. This is the application here. This is the categories, popular. All I did was, you see this button right here? I hit that button and pinned it to the home screen. Just this part of the app. My God, again, I love that. And it's so much more useful than staring at this. Here I would have to actually launch it and then scroll over to see what's new in YouTube. Not so much here. I really enjoy that, and I feel like new video release tonight. I feel like a lot of people don't get how dope the tiles are. And then also right under it is a photo app scrolling through. And I don't need a photo icon here, the gallery as it's called on Android, because I feel like I enjoy this little slideshow here. And I know a lot of you guys are seeing some of my unposted pictures that I've yet to put on Instagram. So you're seeing some of the goods right now. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug, @Ramon Trotman. holla at your boy. And also make sure you're following the Lifestyles Defined on Instagram. We got a pretty dope Instagram that I'm proud of. But yeah, continuing down the line, back in my entertainment folder, I have the Xbox, I have it here, and you can see I got messages coming in when people like videos. The tile will flip and tell me what they like. Somebody goes live streaming, the tile will flip and tell me what. Here, it's just a stagnant thing. Now, to be fair to Android, a lot of that activity can be tailor-made to show up in the notification bar, just like it can be here. But why do all of that when I can just glance at it and have that information? We don't have a Pocket app, we have Pokey, and Pokey is an amazing app. Not only is it on Windows Mobile, it's also on Windows 10. Check that out. I got my same Parrot app, I got GoPro, and I do not have a Play Memories app to pull the pictures off my camera, but I have this third-party app which works equally as well, less elegant, a step or two more, but it works. It works just as well. So there's something to be said for that. If we go now and look into my production folder, and then I have a production folder here as well, you'll see some familiar faces, right? I have the OneDrive, I have OneDrive here, OneNote, I have Wunderlist as well. Now here's where things start to fall apart for me. I have a YouTube studio, and here is a makeshift YouTube studio. The thing about this YouTube studio is not only does it suck, and it's nowhere as powerful as the real YouTube studio, but it doesn't allow for multiple accounts. And it also does this thing where every time I launch it, it wants me to authenticate. And you guys are really getting some behind the scenes information here and how much we are not growing. It takes time. But yeah, there's a full suite of stuff I can do in studio here, not so much here. And for all intensive purposes, I can use the Windows Phone third-party app to at least go in and make a video live, but not much else. So that is one of the apps where my trusty iPhone is actually my work phone. I am going to, let me just slide that over there. Whoop, hang on. Touch ID is the business, folks. Here, whatever I can't do effectively on my Windows Phone, I'm gonna just have to do it on the iPhone, which is fine for me because I always have the iPhone on me because it's my work phone, and I prefer this over the Android now. So I get it. It's not, and I want to be very clear with you guys. Having another phone for specific apps that are not on the Windows Phone platform is a clusterfuck, and it shouldn't be that way. And there's no excuses for it. But this is how I personally am making do with switching over from the Android, and how I'm completely happy. So yeah, let's put the iPhone to the side. I really don't like talking about Apple. So the other noticeable program in the production folder is the Facebook page manager, and I also have one here. This application is really good, and I have almost 90% of the functionality of the official Facebook page manager. And the functionality that I don't have on the Windows Phone third-party app, I don't use. So it's a very convenient thing for me. I have Feedly here, I have Phonely. It does the same thing for my my Feedly RSS feeds. So, I'm not gonna go too deep into a lot of the comparisons, but the overall gist of this video is, for somebody like me, I was indeed able to make the switch back to Windows Phone, with the exception of one app that I'm really missing. Of course, even if we, hang on, let's take a look on the social, and then we go into my social folder here. I have the Instagram beta, which I don't use. More so, here's my lifestyle of 6tag, which is godsend when it comes to Instagram. And I really wish that Rudy would finish off 6tag as a universal app, because I want to see him get his exposure. I feel like creatives would use the Windows version of that application tenfold, and he really does deserve that exposure. But yeah, I've got my Instagram covered, which you see here in my social folder. I've got WhatsApp covered, I've got GroupMe covered, I've got Facebook covered, I've got Facebook Messenger covered, and for Phoenix, I have, again, one of the live tiles you saw was Tweetium, which I think is is a hell of an app, and equally as good as something like Phoenix. And it's a lot better than the default Twitter app that is offered on Windows Phone and is offered on any other platform. But yeah, listen guys, people get this notion that Windows Phone has no apps and is just useless. That's not the case. You know, you just have to sit down and really think about what it is you need to use. But as you can see with the live tiles and the elegance of the UI and the improved battery on an everyday use, there are upsides to a Windows Phone. You can survive. You get what I mean? And there are plenty other instances. These are just my personal apps and what I personally use. But there are plenty other instances where there are great third-party offerings on the Windows Phone marketplace to make up for the lack of a first-party app. It's just about, you know, reaching out to us, reaching out to some of the other big Windows Phone guys in the community and asking, hey, I really use this app on a daily basis. Is there a solution for that in the Windows Phone world? You might be a lot more happy than you think you would be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.